We may think of Che Guevara, Julius Caesar, and Cleopatra as some of the coolest people who have ever lived. But there are also unsung heroes and less-known historical figures who have forever changed the history of humankind. She was a Chinese prostitute who married a pirate and took over his fleet when he died. She ran her ships with an iron fist and was super successful, to the point that the Chinese government sent out an armada to stop her. She kicked them off and captured 63 of their ships. They fought for 2 years and even brought in Dutch and British ships before they gave up and offered amnesty to her and her 17,000 crewmen. She got to keep all of her loot, spent her later years running a brothel casino, and lived to be 69. Witold Pilecki was a Polish soldier and resistance member who volunteered to get imprisoned in the Auschwitz concentration camp in order to gather intelligence and escape. While in the camp, Pilecki organized a resistance movement, and as early as 1941, informed the Western Allies of Nazi Germany's Auschwitz atrocities. He escaped from the camp in 1943 after nearly 3 years of imprisonment. While the story is probably embellished some, it's still amazing. While on a fur-trapping expedition, he was mauled by a grizzly bear, which he killed with some help, then passed out. Later, he woke up to find his party abandoned him and he had no equipment. So he cleaned his multiple wounds, used the bear's skin as a bandage, and spent the next 6 weeks making it back to civilization. Along the way, he fought off wolves, made his own raft to travel down a river, and with the help of natives sewed the bear skin in place to replace his own. He was a WW2 commando who served with distinction in a number of theaters. His exploits earned him the Military Cross. He was known as Mad Jack by his men and his fellow officers for his ferociousness in combat. Unlike his more conventional peers, his weapons of choice were not the traditional British firearms of the period. Instead, he chose to rush into combat with a long bow, a long sword, and his trusty bagpipes. In 1943, him and a corporal infiltrated a German-held town in Sicily, capturing 42 men in a mortar position, with only his bagpipes, sword, and bow. When the war ended in 1945 after the dropping of the bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, he was extremely disappointed and was quoted as saying, "If it wasn't for those damn Yanks, we could have kept the war going another 10 years. Eugene Jacques Bullard. Born October 9, 1895, was born black, poor, and was a former slave. He made several unsuccessful attempts to run away from home, one of which resulted in his being returned home and beaten by his father. In 1906, at the age of 11, Bullard ran away for good, and for the next 6 years, he wandered the South in search of freedom. He stowed aboard a German freighter at age 11, crossing the Atlantic and ending up in London, where he became a boxer, vaudevillian performer, the first African-American military pilot in combat. He also had a rhesus monkey for a sidekick and opened a Paris nightclub where he played drums and partied with Josephine Baker. Simo Simuna Haiha, the 17th of December 1905, the 1st of April 2002, nicknamed White Death by the Red Army, was a Finnish sniper. He is believed to have killed over 500 men during the 1939-40 Winter War, the highest number of sniper kills in any major war. He used a Finnish-produced M2830 rifle, a variant of the Mosin Nagant rifle, and a Suomi KP/31 submachine gun. Haiha estimated in his diary that he killed more than 500 Red Army soldiers in the Winter War. His unit's chaplain, Antti Rantama, credited him with 259 confirmed kills by sniper rifle and an equal number of kills by submachine gun during the Winter War. During an expedition to the Antarctic, Russian surgeon Leonid Rogozov did something that had never been done before in history. He cut out his own appendix. A team of 12 had been sent to build a new base at the Schirmacher Oasis as part of the 6th Soviet Antarctic expedition. On completing their mission, the team settled down to face the winter months, when Rogozov fell gravely ill. Being a surgeon, he diagnosed himself with acute appendicitis. But being the only surgeon on the team, he had no help, so he started to perform surgery on himself. I did not sleep at all last night. It hurts like the devil. A snowstorm whipping through my soul, wailing like 100 jackals, he wrote in his diary. Weighing all the odds of no possibility of help in the cold Antarctic and an appendix about to burst, he made his decision to perform an autoappendectomy rather than die not doing anything. He did not even know that this was humanly possible. I grow weaker and weaker. My head starts to spin. Every 4 to 5 minutes I rest for 20-25 seconds. After nearly 2 hours, he had completed the operation, down to the final stitch. Finally, he succeeded. Rogozov returned to his normal duties just 2 weeks later. Leonid Rogozov's son, Vladislav Rogozov, believes that his father's legacy is one of inspiration. He says, "If you find yourself in a seemingly desperate situation when all the odds are against you, even if you are in the middle of the most hostile environment, do not give up. Believe in yourself and fight. Fight for life." There's many lessons we can get from all of these people. Comment down below, what do you learn and what do you think about them? If you like the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. What else do you want to know? We will make a content just for you. Thanks for watching.